Today, July 28th, it's my 20th birthday. I'm in my new apartment, thank God. And it's the first birthday of my life that I'm spending by myself. And I think I'm coming to the conclusion that spending my birthday alone is probably one of my most preferred ways to spend my birthday, probably at this stage of my life. Now that I'm away from my nuclear family, I'm in my own apartment in a whole different state. I'm glad I get to experience this. I think it also happening on my 20th birthday is kind of symbolic. Like, it's a new decade, new beginnings, and I get to experience this day alone. In the past, when it came to my birthday, it was kind of a day that I just wanted to pass. I wanted it to be over. I dreaded it because of the fact that I felt like it was a day that I had to perform for people. Like, stereotypically, when people celebrate birthdays, you sing to them, you have a cake, you have a celebration, whatever, you're surrounded by people. And that's like the norm, that's the custom. But me personally, that brought me a lot of anxiety. And it wasn't something I enjoyed. I didn't like all that attention being on me. It just felt excessive, and it wasn't my preferred way to be. It really wasn't. And then I felt a little bit of guilt because of the fact that inside, I didn't like to celebrate my birthday this way, but I could recognize that it brought other people around me joy. So I was like, okay, just accept it. And then whenever I'd have times where it would show that I'm not enjoying this, I would feel guilty because it's like they're doing this because they objectively care and blah, blah, blah. And it's not something that's happening in spite of you. But I also kind of felt like my emotions towards it were irrelevant because, that's how other people like to celebrate. That's how the majority of people like to celebrate birthdays. So I'm the odd one out. It's weird that I'm not going to enjoy this big celebration and enjoy people singing to me and the attention being all on me. And I think that's why when I was younger, whenever I did figure out a way that I preferred to spend my birthday, it would usually be with one other person. Probably my mom, going out shopping, or on my 18th birthday, I went out with my one friend from high school. And subsequent birthdays, I've spent my birthday with one other person. And I prefer that too because I feel much more in control of how it goes. I don't have to perform to multiple people. I don't have to cater to multiple people. I don't have to pretend like I like these birthday festivities that usually go on during these days because it seems like that's what everybody else enjoys. I can just be me and have more control in how it goes, I never had birthday parties over the age of 4 because I was like, I don't know who's going to show up. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know what friends I was going to invite. More so specifically from elementary school to middle school because I didn't have a big friend group. If anything, when I was younger, I was kind of like friend group to friend group, friend to friend. There weren't long periods of time in which there would be a consistent group of people. It was ever changing. And I think probably that's what's contributed to the fact that I don't like these big celebrations because I think it gives other people the opportunity to disappoint me, and it gives other people the opportunity to ruin my mood. And I'm just like, let's just prevent that altogether. We don't even have to have a birthday party where somebody can choose not to show up or where somebody can choose not to engage, wish me happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. Let's just avoid it altogether. And I keep what's in my control on that day. When it comes to those scenarios, I think I feel the most exposed to that. So I didn't want to experience it. And then when I got to high school, And I did have more friends. I was kind of just off the entire birthday celebration, birthday party type of thing. I was always more so a close friends, like a few, less than two people really close to me type of person, even though I would have acquaintances or just regular friends that are, outside of those two people. I didn't mind that. Anyways, when I got to high school, I think less of the factor of, feeling like, who am I going to celebrate with was of my concern. My concern was more so people not remembering my birthday. Because of the fact that since those friends weren't like good friends, I didn't really care if they knew my birthday or not. And then also, my birthday is in summer, so whenever I'd see those people, it wouldn't be near the time that my birthday was approaching. So it would be easy for them to forget it. But I only really cared if a select few, one or two of those people that I have in my circle wished me happy birthday. And it was actually 4 years ago today. That I remember my 16th birthday. Days in advance, I told this one girl who she was loyal, and that's an attribute I appreciated about her. I was like, hey, my birthday's coming up, I know you wouldn't like know the specific day, but it's on this day. Like, I would appreciate it if you wish me happy birthday. And my birthday comes, we're like texting on Snapchat because, streaks, of course. And when my birthday comes, guess who didn't wish me happy birthday? Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, in the moment, it triggered me because I'm just like, what? And the worst part is she sent me a streak on that day. A streak of just her face, no happy birthday. I'm like, oh no. I left her unopened. And I did not bring it up until later into the school year because something about me, and more so when I was younger, if somebody wrongs me, they can't get away with that. I'm not going to lie. And I didn't do anything drastic. I was just passive aggressive. Being passive aggressive was my biggest issue, honestly, at that time. I used my passive aggressiveness as a tool to like show people I'm upset with you instead of communicating. And that was my biggest issue. I'm not going to lie. That wasn't good. Anyways, so I left her on open. I didn't talk to her about it. I didn't even be like, oh my gosh, you didn't wish me happy birthday. Like, no, I moved on with my summer because it is what it is. It was kind of something I already knew was a possibility. Like, people forget my birthday. It's in the summer, blah, blah, blah. I have to deal with that. And of course, she did not do it maliciously. Of course, I know she didn't purposely look at the calendar, see my birthday was there, and think to herself, I'm going to upset Chatika by not wishing her a happy birthday. I know that was never the case. Like, I have come to that understanding now. I think the reason why it hurt is because not only did I tell her like literally 3 days in advance, but also because in our friendship, I have shown up for her and I've done things for her that take more energy and more effort than taking my thumbs and sending a happy birthday text. And I'm just like, it's a lack of reciprocation. And I think it just made me feel like, oh, I'm not as valued in this dynamic as I would hope to be. And that was just something that was out of my control. So it's like, I'm not going to text her and be like, you didn't wish me happy birthday. You didn't value me in the way I want to be valued. There was no need for that. But later in the school year, we did have a conversation about it because it was impacting the way I was showing up in the friendship. I'm not going to lie. I was being kind of standoffish and snappy. And that's not my best way to be. I don't agree with the way that I went about it. I'm not going to lie, but I'm reflecting on it. I live and I learn better now. Okay. I don't go about things that way now. But anyways, we stayed friends after that, for the rest of that school year. That experience is a big reason as to why I don't really care for birthday messages. Currently my phone is on do not disturb, and besides members of my nuclear family and, some people outside of that, I am good with the birthday messages I received today. And everybody who I care about, I've spoken to. Everybody, like, I truly, 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 like, am like, okay, I care, like, about this relationship. It would be concerning if you didn't message me. They've wished me a happy birthday, and that's all that matters to me. But I think as a result of all these experiences that I've had and feelings that I've had in regards to my birthday, it's kind of made me more indifferent to my birthday and to receiving birthday messages. I don't really care if somebody wishes me happy birthday. Like, I'll never get to that state again as to where I am moving weird as a result of somebody not wishing me happy birthday, and that changes the way that I show up in our dynamic without me expressing that something occurred which, hurt my feelings. Because of that experience and because of all these things, I am so indifferent to it. Like, to me, a happy birthday is like saying bless you after somebody sneezed. That reminds me of Love Island, like a hug is like a handshake. Like, in the same way in Love Island, a hug is like a handshake, is the same way to me, a happy birthday is saying bless you after somebody sneezes. I think it's a nice pleasantry. I think objectively, it's a gesture of goodwill. And if you wish good onto me, I accept that. I embrace that with open arms, but it's not expected. Like, if somebody sneezes and no one says bless you, that person is not going to collapse and die. Oh, God forbid. In the same way that if I don't get a happy birthday message from whoever, I am going to be just fine. I'll sleep just fine at night. That won't be my last birthday on earth, God willing. Like, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. And I think because I've become so impartial and so, removed from all those gestures when it comes to birthdays and stuff, it's kind of pushed me into this position of appreciating my solo time. Appreciating, I think, the control that I feel in having this day to myself. There's a small list of people, very small, in which I would be okay celebrating this day with, besides being alone, But I think spending this day alone can be just as good and just as fruitful as those alternatives, spending it with those individuals, because it is what I make it to be. My birthday, any day of the year, is what you make it to be. And I especially think that's the case in regards to my birthday. Since it's pushed me so far into this direction, I am indifferent to birthday text from people I don't talk to a lot. I'm indifferent to birthday calls. That's kind of something, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to my birthday and getting phone calls from like distant relatives, like people who is like, you're my parents' cousin's brother-in-law's daughter. It's like, no offense, I don't want to spend my day talking to you. No offense. Like, it's cool. Thank you for your call. I'll listen to your voicemail, but sometimes, I'm not going to lie, and I know this isn't good, I may not return the call because today I get to be selfish. Other days I have to perform and pander and blah, blah, blah. I have to like succumb to these social norms. Today I get to be selfish because it's my day. Those are the bday rules that other people created. I'm just partaking in those set of rules, okay? Like, I don't want to partake in the birthday celebration of people singing to me and all this attention, but I want to partake in the being selfish because it's my day. So I probably don't want to spend my birthday making small talk with my distant uncles, aunts, brothers, cousins, in-laws' daughter. Like, no, I don't. That's probably one of the last things I want to do. But I accept your expression of goodwill. And I think if you did it out of the kindness of your heart, then regardless if that convo happens or not, everything will be just fine. We're gonna go to sleep that night and sleep just fine, wake up the next morning, blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be peace and love, kumbaya. And with this happy birthday stuff and celebrating people's birthdays, it's not something I go out of my way to do at all. Like, it's rare that I'll go out of my way and wish somebody happy birthday just for, the fun of it, just out of the kindness of my heart. Like, but if you're somebody who's cool, I'll be like, and I see you that day, I'll be like, okay, I know you. We've had conversations, blah, blah, blah. We've hanged out. So I will wish you happy birthday. It's not a big deal. Like, I don't mind showing up for somebody on their birthday, even though I fully know that this person doesn't even know the day I was born. But I think my mentalities have given me more of a sense of peace when, people don't show up in the way that I would hope them to show up. And it's made me minimize my expectations, really. Like, when it comes to my actions, something that I've realized is everything I do it for me. Like, I didn't wish you happy birthday because I wanted you to text me on my birthday back saying happy birthday too. If I wished you happy birthday and we're not like close like that, I probably did it as a gesture of goodwill, to be nice because I was around you on that day. And for me personally, it would feel weird to do anything else. I think having like strings attached in my actions or my acts of goodwill when it comes to other is a very restricting mindset. Like, it keeps me in a place of having expectations for people that they may or may not fulfill, and that allows me to get disappointed. And I'm just like, I never want to put myself in a position inadvertently or knowingly to let somebody disappoint me like that and allow somebody to, ruin my mood or make me feel a certain type of way in any context, not even just a birthday. But the day is still young. I think it's like afternoon, maybe it's 3 p.m. I think I'm very grateful to be 20. I'm grateful to be in my new apartment solo. Oh my gosh, living alone. It's only been a couple of days, but I love it. I love living alone. And I think my second decade of life, or is it my third decade of life? I think, okay, from 0 to 10, that's your first decade. From 10 to 20, that's your second decade. From 20 to 30, that's your third decade. Okay. I think my third decade of life will be good.